fantastic article in the London Review of Books, which Hervé put me onto, Diary, Diana Stone. And she's visiting her aged grandmother in Harare. And she's describing how Zimbabweans greet each other. Maswera say, are you well? Taswera maswerawo, I'm well only if you're well. Taswera I'm well. She says that she was brought up in Harare, her grandmother's in her 90s, lives in a cluster of cottages in a northern suburb, which used to be once one of the smartest in Harare, saying Zimbabwe's currency is a fairground ride, but the kind of unhinged fairground ride that kills people. In 2008, inflation reached 79.6 billion%. She says, I still have a few $1 trillion in a drawer somewhere. Describing how her mother went to buy a TV for $900 of bond. When she came back that afternoon with someone to help her carry it, it was already at $1,500. The currency settled at around 3.1. Describing the petrol crisis, petrol itself is very cheap, the equivalent of 97 pence a litre. The difficulty is that there isn't any. The government argues that this is because people are hoarding and smuggling fuel, about which Zimbabwean Twitter, which traffics largely in good jokes and good music, is incredulous and ironic. It is widely believed that a small number of people with good connections are making a vast profit from importing petrol. Getting a license to import means you can buy dollars from the Reserve Bank at the official 1-to-1 rate. The trick is very simple. You buy enough US dollars to import, for instance, 2 tankers of petrol, and then you either buy only one and make a solid 3-fold profit on your leftover dollars, or you buy 2 tankers and sell the other one for a profit across the border in Mozambique. So petrol and where to find it becomes a central subject of conversation in the same way Brexit is in the UK. On 12th January, we wake to find that the government has tripled the cost of petrol. Combis are forced to raise the price of a journey to $10 a bond, which means that for many commuters, including many nurses and teachers, going to work means a net loss. This is the final spark. Inside the complex, then she's describing the house where her grandmother lives. But you know, that point about it becoming a net loss just to go to work. Another friend of a friend was visiting family in Budiriro, a high-density suburb southwest of Harare, when he was seized by soldiers and made to crawl on all fours along the road while being beaten. He's the finance director of a small company, not a subversive, not known to the army personally, just a guy in the street. 25th of February, I said Zimbabwe finally overhauled its dysfunctional WAC and even voodoo FX regime, but they've maintained the market at 2.5, and that's clearly a false market. 21st of January, I said the mind game that ZANU-PF played on its citizens has evaporated in a puff of smoke. In that article, I was quoting Piers Pigou of the International Crisis Group, and I said there the petrol price hike was the proximate cause, and Piers said, and ignited the already dry tinder on the ground. I concluded by saying it's a tipping point moment, and that there is a correlation between high inflation and revolutionary conditions.